Экстренное включение. Какая-то хуйня. Я выполнил одну побочную миссию, и мне просто, ну как его, Снейк встал, и там надпись типа «Босс, пиздуй на базу». Ладно. И я никуда не шел, меня просто телепортировал вот в катсцену. Хули, блять, автомат ходит сам по себе? И чё это? И что это значит? И что? Ну и шо? Ради вот этого, блядь, меня задание спиздили? Не, серьезно? Что я нашел? Ну как-то хуёво. Ладно.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Вообще не понял прикола. Ну, умер Ральф. Земля ему пухом. Ладно, включу, если что-то будет. Всем привет. Начинаем проходить.
Mission accepted.
Думаю, вы поняли.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Ну так, надо эвакуировать посольство какого-то. Так, что, транспорт нужен? Ну, пускай будет. Мне кажется, изи будет. Вот там следующее задание, которое есть, там, автономность и экстрим, вот там уже будет пиздец. Там уже разъеб. Слишком много знаний. Too much to know.
Find and extract the missing CIA agent. The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident. The man headed back to OKB-0 after the Soviets recaptured it. Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
Я в эти игры уже играл. Он здесь? А, это зона перемещения. По-любому вот он здесь. Где-нибудь вот тут. Что там карта его? Чё это? А, это...
Be careful down there, boss.
Че, на ранг S? Легко, давай ранг S. А потом уже спокойно буду выбивать вот эту хуйню всякую. Там спасти пленника, спасти хуйню. Это потом, на это похуй. Так, что тут? Тихо. Так, ну тут я проеду. Да. Тут заданий сколько? 6? 2 из них это обнаружить цель и эвакуировать цель. Остальные 4 это какая-нибудь хуйня. Эвакуировать чайку на другом конце карты. Еще что-то. Но это вроде не экстримное задание тут. Вообще ничего сложного не должно быть. Только один прикол, то что мы проходим дважды то, что уже проходили. А ебучий, блядь. Блядь, я сам себя не слышу. Громко сделал и сижу. Хуеваю. Так, ну я выйду за пределы. Это что? Это что такое? Это Walking Gear ходит? Лол. Поспи, браток. А что он делает в пустыне один? Шакалы! Шакалы, ёптить! Куда они? Лол. Так, ну их надо тоже эвакуировать, всех этих. Где еще было? Ага. Их сколько? Штук 10 или всего 3? Не понял. Ага. В жопку. В жопку. Ну тот типа когда идет. Он что, не спит? Почему? Бать, у него жопа там, наверное. Олдскулы все свело. Я не понимаю. Бля, тут все. Тут точка сохранения только поможет. Я не понимаю, у него, блядь, жопа, походу, каменная, напряг булки. Весь эликсир ну, не пропускает. Да-да, возможно, он что-то расскажет. Не поймешь, этот Metal Gear иногда это как вот, ну вот... Ну... Вот этот сразу вырубается. Он либо лох какой-то местный, либо я косой что-то. Но мне кажется, это просто хуйня какая-то. Странно, кстати, почему этот не отключается. Так. Давай, спи. Сука! По идее, попал. Не попал? Нет, не попал.
Объект обнаружен. Координаты 03850122750.
You have arrived at your destination.
We know where to find the target. Check your iDroid.
Это что он стоит так неудобно? Во, наконец-то.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
The map has been
That looks like the target.
Наконец. Попал же. У него булки, что ли, каменные? Чё не спит? Алло? Я не понял, а он реально невырубаемый.
The map has been updated.
Лол. То, что он бронированный какой-то?
That takes care of the squad searching for the target. Now you just need to extract him. Subject on board. Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss.
Updated. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
О, металлгиры все эвакуированы. Чё? Выехать проще? Да, выехать проще. 3 из 6.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Не, ну какое-то легенькое задание. Че, меня на базу ТПшнут?
Exfiltrated.
Right, you're out of the hot zone.
Ну все, это изи.
Enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
10 минут всего. Со всякой хуйней, тупежом и даже переигрыванием.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Ну-ка, эйс ранг. Я гуль ССС ранга.
Mission complete and how?
С, это
We're gonna tell
С.
stories about this one, boss.
Это С. Из Октопус. 300 тысяч на запястье и какая-то хуйня.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leaks sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
Нихуя себе. Что это? Гамбургеры Казухиры Миллера? Это я послушаю. О, Battle Gear. Русский язык, братан. Привет.
Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
Как раз было задание, где его надо отправить, а у меня его нет. кому это вообще интересно? Это даже мне не интересно, я скажу. Че, все?
The battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
У меня дроид не открывается, я нажимаю. Ну, только на Е нажать. Да у меня и отрядов нету, я прям буквально перед этой миссией отряд последний отправил. Блять, кто ж знал?
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Ничего. Тренироваться? Это побочное задание? А, нет. Нет, никаких заданий на базе нету. Че, много новых добавили? Да нет. Ну ясно. Я хочу прослушать про гамбургеры. Мне прям интересно. Я, так сказать, к гамбургерам имею отношение, ну, прямое.
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a five-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even we didn't have become Americanized. I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go. Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America. And you asked for hamburgers.
We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable. How could anyone hate such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too. All right then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
Надеюсь, вам понравилось. Ну, всем пока. Вернемся буквально через секунды 3, но для меня это пройдет, может быть, суток 10, хуй знает. Может быть, тоже минут 5. Давайте.
Boss, you need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Проходим миссию «Информационная война», это которая была 4-я. Или 3-я. Короче, хуй с ним. И типа у меня ни ганов, ничего нету. И оборудования нет никакого. То есть вообще ничего. Просто рука, блядь, одна. Никакого рапида, ничего. Что даже... Да, я просто бомж местный. Ладно, ну очевидно надо зачистить вот эту фигню. Может быть там что-нибудь есть? А, у меня и фултона, наверное, нет, да? А, ну, наверное, по пути лучше вот этот. Я и бегу медленно, ёптить-моптить. Просто трындец. Не, ну это уже как будто конченое задание. Просто, блядь, ничего нету. И мне надо уничтожить эту хуйню. А как это на ранкес проходить? Мне просто интересно. Ну, типа, на ранкес подразумевается, что меня не спалить не должны и ничего. А, ну хотя ранкес можно выбить просто спокойно. Просто как можно быстрее найти ган. Найти ган как можно быстрее, подкрасться. Блядь, ну глушитель нужен. Или нет? Хотя, может, не обязательно глушитель. Блядь, в этом же костюме надо вот так медленно шифтить. Так. Первый чел. А, ну их всего 2 тут. Да, я уже отвык стелсить не... Ну, без своего любимого костюма. Не помню даже на какой дистанции. А, ну, по-моему, тут на пару метров можно подходить.
The map has been updated.
Ладно. Обычный калаш. Фултон доступен хотя бы? Фултон доступен. А, ну я его фултонить могу сразу.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Я тебе думал, поворачивается. Гнида байтищая. Просто гнида. Ты за это поплатишься. Я тебе говорю. Наказан.
The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
Мне вот реально интересно. А как я должен застелсить там? Типа это сложный аванпост, то есть там по стелсу
You have arrived at your
He's coming
destination.
too.
будет тяжеловато и
Roger
без
that.
собаки. Да, с этим заданием я, очевидно, поебусь еще очень долго.
Arrived
Чтобы
at
ранг
Mother
S выбить.
Base.
Ой, ну чтобы все цели выполнить. Тут же по-любому... Я же помню, что там надо... Вот пленников здесь будет спасать. Блять, и каждый раз надо будет одну и ту же хуйню проворачивать. Просто там находить эти ганы. Находить машину хоть какую-то. Бля, и при этом еще и не палиться. А, это получается, что еще и вертолет для отхода не могу вызвать, да?
Please
А,
select
вертолет
a
могу
landing
вызвать.
zone.
Ладно. Хоть что-то мне доступно в этой жизни. Так, enemy prisons нету никого. Бля, тут еще и волки же в той ситуации, а у меня нету ничего, что поможет мне с ними расправиться. Либо его эвейдить их. Ну, хотя какой смысл? Уж проще оружие тут собрать.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Но пока еще могу побегать. Бля. Ёб твою мать! Заебись, миссию прохожу.
Enter the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
А почему они у меня не отображены?
Analysis complete.
Не понял прикола. Почему вот эти типы у меня не отображены?
Clouds approaching.
Так, ну их точно надо вырубить.
Analysis complete.
Блять, нахуй ты его схватил? Я, блядь, нажал пиздить его.
Enter the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
А, ну, кстати, если бы у меня было C4, я бы спокойно, наверное, мог проникнуть. Так, ну зато я понял, что они примерно в радиусе, ну, где-то 5-6 метров.
Clouds
Вот, где-то тут.
approaching.
Че, он не успел ничего сказать же? По-моему, нет. Не, ну без фултона это было вообще невозможно. Вот что бы я с этими типами делал? Мне бы их убивать пришлось.
Gotta extract him.
Ага, ёб твою мать.
You have arrived at your destination.
You made it.
Вон тип стоит.
First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Контейнер, который надо спиздить.
Analysis
Ага.
complete.
Ага. Мага. Чекиря. Не, ну первым надо вырубить вот этого типа. Потому что он меня запалит, очевидно. Врагов не так уж и много. О, чел с ракетницей. Блять. Все, вырубаем. Нет времени. Че он не вырубил его? Так. Ой, не про меня говорят, это у меня рог на голове. Я же, блядь, олень. Они, наверное, про это говорят, да? Здесь его можно будет отфултонить. Я помню, что когда я первый раз проходил это на видео, я тут сказал, что чела надо, как его, мобилизовать. Сколько уже прошло? Месяц, наверное, с этого момента. А тебя все еще надо мобилизовать, сынок. Пройдут недели и года, но мобилизовывать я буду всегда. О, кстати, там же ракетицу надо было подобрать. Неудобно стелсить без костюма, который тебя делает фактически невидимым. Серьезно неудобно. Вы мне можете не верить, но... А, так тут всего 5 типов. И то один приезжий. Бля, да это легкотня тогда. Вон чел с ракетницей. Нахуй мне УЗИ. Так, что там? Есть еще чел, которого я не обнаружил? Вполне вероятно. Так, тут ладно ползти. Ну тут, по-моему, чел патрулирует.
That antenna is one of the targets. That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Что-то разведка как-то ебано работает. Половину типов не отмечает.
That looks like the target. We know where all the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
Так, типы стоят. Мне немного неудобно их будет уничтожать. Еще один чел. Вот как я должен тут поделать, если, блядь, у меня даже разведка не работает? Угу. Вот я даже, ну, наверное, надо вырубить вон того типа, который идет сверху. Он может предоставить много хлопот потом. Угу. Дайте. Блять, второй идет. Надо срочно за ящик. Братуха, тебе тут пиздец. Похуй, что ракетница торчит. Да, вон того бы чела не было. По факту вот этого. Было бы идеально. Ну отвернись, блядь. Вот зачем они вдвоем сюда идут? Или они типа попарно патрулируют? Ладно, дождусь уже. Блядь, наверное, на записи это смотреть вообще пиздец как интересно. Ну что поделать? Это же Metal Gear. Кодзима гений. Только он, блядь, заставляет тебя 30... Ой, ну какой 30? 120 часов играть в эту игру, зарабатывать деньги, блядь. Все разрабатывать, чтобы потом тебя выпустить без всего, что ты делал. Чел, ну съебись, блядь, пожалуйста.
The map has been updated.
Этот бронированный чел много хлопот доставит, его надо эвакуировать.
Нарушать приказ. И беды. Нет смысла об этом думать. Ладно, пока. Увидимся.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Ну тут меня палят даже на картах, когда я хожу. Неудобное место. Когда я в начале этой игры, ну, в начале игры проходил, блядь, было проще. Так. Они все спиной, этого типа можно будет вырубить. Потом вон того издалека, хотя, по-моему, меня тоже будут палить. Ну, не знаю, посмотрим. Так. Главное это резко сделать, рапида нету, это пиздец. А чё, меня сразу спалили? Блять, я думал, секунда будет. Ну это пиздец, блять, видос будет 4 часа идти. Какой я, блядь, дебил. Простите. Ладно, этих типов надо точно эвакуировать. Или нет? Ладно, спизжу ракетницу, попробую все взорвать, а дальше уже сам пройду как-нибудь. Мне кажется, это, блядь, не особо интересно вот смотреть, как я тут хуйней этой занимаюсь. Потом уже без записи это все, блядь, задрачу. Все, что мне надо, это, короче, спиздить эту хуйню и улететь. Неважно. Умри. Блять. Моя реакция, когда увидел, блядь, Биг Босса. My honest reaction. Не, ну по-моему это, блядь, нечестно. Есть у меня такая щепотка сомнения.
Clouds approaching. You have arrived at your destination.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Блять, вообще в честь чего, блять, меня без всего отправляют? Ну просто в честь чего? Вот какое внутриигровое объяснение к тому, что меня отправляют просто голым? ладно, пизду. Нахуй ты его берешь? Ладно, заберу его. Повезло, что типы, блядь, тупорылые, пиздец.
That antenna is one of the targets. That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Один выстрел с базуки?
Looks like the target. We know where all the antennas are now. Take out all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
Бля, знал бы. Я бы тех типов вырубил. Ну отвернитесь, блядь, гондоны. А у них РПГ? Конечно нет, блядь, у них автоматы обычные. Я, блядь, ненавижу, сука, эту миссию. Это худшее, блядь, что было. Блядь, есть ли смысл это все снимать, блядь? Мне кажется, я тут часами буду играть. Да, давайте, короче, я пройду эту, блядь, миссию за кадром, потому что все равно это, блядь, пиздец. Вам вряд ли это будет интересно, да и мне тоже. Я вот рублю, когда уже закончу ее. Ну, точнее, когда хоть что-то произойдет. Микрофон еще забыл выключить. Ой, точнее включить. Легендарное задание. Если мне еще за это ранг-с дадут, я просто охуею. Но не дадут. Ранг С, наверное, мне какой-нибудь дадут. Может Б. Б. С? За что, блядь? Еще 400 тысяч накинули. Заебись. Ранг С, за что? Я, блядь, какую-то хуйню наворотил. На фулл серьезе. Ладно. Что, есть там что-нибудь интересное?
Please select a mission.
А, ну, блядь, просто изи тогда, просто прийти зачистить. Вообще все зачистить. И похуй. Ну ладно, о помощи отход. Ну здесь как будто, блядь, тут автономность. Мне кажется, автономность это гораздо сложнее, чем экстрим. Здесь, по сути, шапка цыпленка, которой я и так никогда не пользовался. И рапид недоступный. Хотя эту миссию можно, ну, спокойно и без рапида использовать. Пройти точнее. Типа, если у меня все мое оборудование и так доступно, то... Думаю, это, ну, это изи будет. Я даже не знаю, есть ли смысл ее записывать. Вот эта миссия, типа, ничего нового. 0 нового контента. Это, по сути, абсолютно та же самая миссия, только усложненная. И это, скорее всего, будет так же. Я поэтому ее даже записывать, наверное, не буду. Ну, если хотите помощи отход увидеть, то первые 3 там серии включите, там я явно ее проходил. Так что вот. Включу, когда будет уже какая-нибудь новая миссия интересная. Смысл одно и то же снимать. Ладно, всех люблю, всех целую. До скорых встреч.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed.
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You have arrived at your destination. The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Clouds approaching. He's coming too. Roger that. updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Speak. Where
The
are your
map
friends?
has been updated. Outpost captured. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Marker placed.
He's coming too.
Marker
Roger
placed.
that.
Marker placed. Marker placed.
I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will show. Just as I once created.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
It is your mission. Your loyalty. Jack.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ovu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body.
Development
If
project.
Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan.
Please select a mission.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Копыта, Дмитрий-2! Тут что-то есть! Что делать? Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Как ты? В порядке?
You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Boost captured. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added.
The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age, where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down.
You mentioned that what language?
Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back.
Some things can't be helped.
Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingoya. Shabani.
It's down there?
Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even. you let it fall down there anyway? Go down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body. What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us? Look. Here.
Boss, about that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Fine. Yes, Strangelove was doing AI research in that lab. Why hide that until now? Okay, so what? I wasn't working alone. You've got to understand. You do understand, right? I didn't want to drag her into this. It's my load to bear, alone.
So you didn't create the AI intended to drive Sahelanthropus. It was Strangelove.
Skullface was never in favor of AI control. So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you.
That's right. Pathetic.
You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
What, me? I couldn't kill her.
You killed her and locked her body in the pod.
I wouldn't. don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it. I'm a normal human being.
Oh, I see. So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die?
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide. Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again. I couldn't bring myself to open it back up. That's right. Me? Kill her? What is wrong with you?
I see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a surgical scar. It had been stitched up and had fully healed, meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she? Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know? So there is a child. I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal, even though I never saw his face.
Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Boss, Code Talker's research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. destination.
Alle eenheden, speciale waarschuwing. Verdedig your position. Uit.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the targets. Watch yourself. Guards, they must know where the containers are. If you can just squeeze it out of them. Your targets are 2 containers. Locate and extract them both.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alle eenheden, speciale waarschuwing. Verdedig your position. Uit.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the targets. Watch yourself. Your targets are 2 containers. Locate and extract them both.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, Code Talker's research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
Alle eenheden, speciale waarschuwing. Verdedig your position. Uit.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the targets. Watch yourself.
Analysis.
They must know where the containers are.
Updated.
If you can just squeeze it out of them. Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time. Your targets are 2 containers. Locate and extract them both. Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the target. Watch yourself. Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
Feel the roots. The branches. Become one with the forest. The forest is aware of the enemy's noise. You must be too.
I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look.
Updated.
The PF soldiers have no idea what's in those containers. Strictly a need-to-know basis.
Spit it out.
Target extraction confirmed. That leaves 1 target to go. Take care of the next one. Boss, our early morning radar just picked up the enemy choppers. We'll keep you informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target.
You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself. That time will come, but it's not now.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Boss, you don't have much time. Move it.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
avoided the worst possible outcome.
Enemy
Exfiltrate the area. Go ahead and call the chopper. You can also exfiltrate the mission area by land.
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Has been updated.
All right. Target extraction confirmed. We've avoided the worst possible outcome. Exfiltrate the area. Go ahead and call the chopper. You can also exfiltrate the mission area by land.
The map has been pleased. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
You gotta extract him.
Clouds approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is
Subject
B-Quad.
on board. Leave the rest to us.
We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss. Boss, we got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The materials should help their research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now. Code Talker examined everyone here, and one of us is infected. It's quiet. It was our cutting-edge MRI that finally revealed it. But we don't know what language strain it is. Get back to base. Time for her to talk. You know the room number. 101.
anything?
Still living up to her name.
How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite?
We can't let her talk. Put it back.
All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Snake. You were burned inside and out. That should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, you look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why are you here? Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss? Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die.
His life isn't yours to take. Enough.
That's enough. If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can't talk. She's not here to kill anyone. We're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend.
What makes you so sure?
I was the same way once.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? Or you? Go on all day.
Boss.
Let her go. She won't speak, so she can't spread the infection.
Nabegetten Tisch? Nicht nagetten Tee.
Oh.
Idiki plak anat e.
Oh. Ako kode jisdesni.
Dne bizad.
Belagana gesnita. Tato be yasteta.
足へと同等にした。同等にした。
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped. We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death. The intel team's looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
I hope you bought a better hamburger this time, Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
the last one was lacking in every way. The patty was too thin, the bun too dry, and the lettuce days old at best.
Hey, that was 100% all beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings, unadulterated, in hamburger form. Is that it? But when taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings unpalatable is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger. In fact, one of our researchers just dropped by with the latest results. Here it is. See how you like this?
We shall see indeed. I thank you for this bounty, Mother Earth.
So, what's the verdict?
Not bad.
And?
But it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
Everyone's a critic. Damn it. I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't add enough. If we add any more, we're cutting into our profits.
Profits?
We'll be taking a loss on every unit.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Oh, anyway, I'll be back with another round of product.
I will be waiting. Did you say product?
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmade Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmade Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Be careful down there, boss.
What has been development project has been added. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, go to Spookmade Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
boss. Go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Extract him.
Дмитрий 9, тут что-то странное. Жду указаний. Прием. Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Good dog.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that. Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day. Check your iDroid. Completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Please select a landing zone. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete. Great work.
Side ops list
Boss,
updated.
I've updated the mission list.
List
We've received a
updated.
new job offer. The details are on your iDroid.
We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the Third Boy. The Third Boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the Third Boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will. The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The Third Boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Feeling hungry, old-timer?
Old timer? I do not get hungry, no. But you have a new hamburger?
You guessed it. And this time we used lamb.
Lamb?
You're not a lamb kind of guy?
A hamburger is made of beef. Whoever heard of a hamburger without beef?
Yeah, but we gotta stay fresh. Stand out from our competition.
You're what?
Just give it a try.
If you say so. cannot call this a hamburger.
I thought we were onto something this time. Maybe the problem is that it looks like a regular hamburger. Gotta think outside the box. Too much baggage if they come in expecting just another burger. Let's see, cotton candy? To make it look like a sheep? Yeah.
Just a minute. You really think people would eat that? What is it you are planning? Are you using me? A taste tester? A one-man focus group?
Well, actually, I've already started. I got a place called, Miller's Maxi Buns.
You are kidding me.
Well, to be honest, business hasn't been great. No one seems to like my, buns.
The Ocelot said Diamond Dog's budget did not add up. But...
Good dog.
You don't mean to tell me...
What? No. Our black budget's got it all covered. I'm not embezzling GMP or anything. Still, let's not say anything to Snake, okay?
Very well. However, Kazuhira, it takes more than premium ingredients and a clever recipe to satisfy the palate.
Okay. So what do we do?
The palate seeks one thing. Chemical additives.
Chemical additives.
There is nothing mysterious or spiritual about good flavor. The tongue simply identifies specific amino acids, which the brain then recognizes as appealing. Therefore, all that is needed is to chemically isolate those amino acids and incorporate them into your products. To be clear, I speak of flavor. The rest is irrelevant.
That seems a little extreme.
Do not forget that I am a scientist after all. And using science for the benefit of others is a joy. In seeking coexistence with nature's blessings, not everything can remain in its natural form. When we fall ill, we must be treated. Otherwise, that very nature could cost us our lives. Agriculture is one of nature's many blessings. But through that process, we damage the surrounding vegetation.
Yeah. Whether it's a massive farm or a tiny field, we always leave our mark on the land.
The same is true of parasites. And for food preparation. If tapeworms in the raw meat of another animal enter the human body, they roam around trying to find their usual habitat. Sometimes even eating away at the brain in their confusion. So in looking through a scientific point of view, you see the necessity for processing food. Yes, it is also sometimes necessary to eliminate certain parasites, or selectively use or even modify others. Alternatively, we could say that if a man is part of nature, the work he does is also part of it. What is important is the balance.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, old-timer. You really opened my eyes. I fooled myself into thinking people today wanted high-quality, all-natural goods. But my favorite burgers were never about that. What they want is something like the first burger I had in America when I went to meet my dad. A Frankenburger loaded with additives. That's the America I knew and loved. I'll be back in a jiffy, old-timer. My next burger's gonna knock your socks off.
Kazuhira, wait. What is important is how we balance the... quick for a one-legged man. Frankenburger. What kind of a dive did your old man take you to?
Development complete.